hosts All Progressive Congress Southwest Assembly. President Tinubu pledges better welfare for teachers. On the foreign scene, several migrants die while attempting to cross English Channel. And in sports, Super Eagles head coach Austin Eguavon invites 23 players ahead 2025 AFCON qualifiers against Libya. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Governors of Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, and Ekiti states, party stalwarts, leaders, and other stakeholders converged on Lagos for the 2024 All Progressive Congress (APC) Southwest Assembly. In a message to the Assembly, President Bola Tinubu, who was represented by his Chief of Staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, acknowledged the pains of some of his policies on Nigerians, but expressed commitment to alleviate the sufferings of the masses, noting that there is no pain without gain, which will help build a future generation for a better Nigeria.
He has asked me to say to you that there's a saying, no pain, no gain. But that he sees the gain at the end of the tunnel, and that you should not worry, that time will come when we will all sit down, we'll all smile, we'll all be happy, and we'll all thank the government of the day. Thank you for taking these decisions. This is the Omoaka true leader. He has said to tell you that right now he's not thinking of the next election, but that he's thinking of the next generation. And that is why he's taking the decisions that are long overdue.
The Southwest Coordinator and Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, described the gathering as significant to explore ways to work more closely and effectively, share ideas that would take the party in the zone to greater heights. Sanwo-Olu urged members to embrace peace, forgiveness, and reconciliation ahead next general elections, just as he appealed for calm and rallied support for the transformative process the country is going through under President Bola Tinubu's administration.
Once our country is facing difficult times, which are many other countries around the world are currently facing, it means that your government and the center is addressing these challenges with focus and determination. It's up to us as citizens of this region not to succumb to any form of laziness, not to be found in any endeavor of corruption, but to cooperate with the government and the center to achieve the swift recovery that we see on the right trajectory.
Governor of Ekiti, Biodun Oyebanji, moved support for President Tinubu's administration and called for replication of the assembly at state, local, and ward level, while his Ondo state counterpart, Lucky Ayedatiwa, called for assessment of areas of comparative advantages and youths should be encouraged and empowered with focus on agriculture. Earlier in his welcome address, National Vice Chairman APC Southwest, Isaac Kekemeke, noted that the assembly was necessary to appraise APC performance in the zone, projects for the future collectively envisioned.
Performance and meet all subsequent electoral contests in the zone and the region, as I believe we should. The time to commence the planning and mobilization is now. We must deliver on an overwhelming list of Mr. President in 2027. It is time to engage with very informed and enlightened people of the Southeast. It's time to engage our hardworking and loyal women. It's time to engage our ever vibrant and articulate youth.
In his keynote address, former Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Kayode Fayemi, urged the party to commit to wealth and employment creation, skills acquisition to enhance national development, revamp education sector, empower women, youth, people with disabilities, and ensure the unity, peace, progress of the country, as well as create opportunities for all citizens. The event was attended by Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, APC chieftains, including BC Akonde, Olusegun Oshoba, party chairman, members of the Southwest National Assembly Caucus, former governors and deputy governors, women leaders and youth representatives, among others. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved the appointment of Mr. Femi Kennedy Giwa as the General Manager, Lagos State Command and Control Center. A statement signed by the head of service, Bode Aguru, said the appointment of Mr. Giwa was based on his expertise, high level of dedication, diligence and selflessness in discharging his duties effectively and efficiently in the state public service. Before his appointment, Mr. Giwa was Deputy Director and Head Environmental Services Consultancy Unit at the Lagos State Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources. While wishing him a most rewarding and impactful tenure in office, the head of service reaffirmed that his appointment will take effect from Friday, 4th October 2024. Lagos State Wastewater Management Office, LSWMO, has continued to demonstrate its dedication to ensuring credible and sustainable wastewater management in the state by yet again sealing off a residential property on George Street, Akpomon, Lagos, for discharging untreated wastewater into the public drains. General Manager of the agency, Adefemi Afolabi, said sanctions will be imposed on the violators in line with the provisions of the Lagos State Environmental Management and Protection Law 2017. Afolabi noted that the agency sealed the property after confirming that severe sewage population pollution and offensive odors were coming from the identified premise, posing a high risk of surface and groundwater contamination without concerns to public safety. While emphasizing that the Lagos State government has zero tolerance for environmental violations that could lead to public health concerns, he advised residents of the state to properly manage the sewage systems with properties having wastewater treatment facilities to ensure it's properly managed. In a bid to promote environmental sustainability and meet climate change targets, the Lagos State Parks and Gardens Agency, LASPAC, in collaboration with the Lagos State Ferry Services, LAC Ferry, and the Lagos State Coconut Development Authority, LASCODA, has championed a symbolic tree planting exercise at the ferry terminal in the Mile 2 area of Lagos. General Manager of LASPAC, Adetong Popola, explained that the agency is exploring diverse strategies, including involving top government officials to significantly increase the number of trees planted across Lagos before the next tree planting day. Popola stressed the importance of interagency collaboration and partnerships with stakeholders to ensure the success of this initiative. Popola also called on Lagos residents to get involved in tree planting, underscoring its numerous benefits for both the environment and the beautification of the state. On his part, Managing Director of LAC Ferry, Abdubaki Balogun, emphasized the role of tree planting in advancing Governor Sanwo-Olu's Themes Plus agenda, particularly in the area of traffic management and transportation, as well as health and environment. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has announced that his administration will prioritize the welfare of teachers. The president made a pledge during the 2024 World Teachers' Day with a theme, valuing teacher voices towards a new social contract for education in Abuja. Tinubu appreciated the high level of commitment and collaborative efforts of friendly nations and international development partners, IDPs, for recognizing and supporting teachers worldwide, including those in Nigeria. He assured that the administration would leave no stone unturned in ensuring that teachers' welfare, in particular, and quality education, which is key to women's empowerment, disease prevention, poverty reduction, and promoting peace, unity, and prosperity, are achieved in Nigeria. As part of the country still grapple with the devastating impact of flood, the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency, NIHSA, has declared that there is no cause for alarm as it announced River Benue is receding. Director General, NIHSA, Umar Mohammed, said the agency, in line with its mandate, has remained committed to constantly monitor the water levels of the nation's major rivers and tributaries and overall commitment to flood management in Nigeria. Mohammed said the water level in River Benue is minimally receding in the past few days, and the probability of a devastating flooding along River Benue is progressively eroding. Now to foreign news. Several migrants, including a child, have died while attempting to cross the English Channel. French Interior Minister Bruno Retailleau said the child was trampled to death in a boat, saying it was a terrible tragedy and people smugglers have the blood of the people on their hands. Retailleau said at least 4 migrants died, including a young child, in 2 separate incidents. He said the government will intensify the fight against the mafias who are getting rich by organizing the crossings of death. It will be recalled that on Tuesday, the country's Prime Minister, Michael Barnier, said France needed a stricter immigration policy. Barnier said people traffickers exploit misery and despair and encourage undocumented asylum seekers across the Channel and the Mediterranean Sea, adding that it would be ruthless with the people traffickers. Now sports. Super Eagles head coach Austin Egbavon has called Captain Williams Troost Ekong, forward Ademola Lookman, wingers Moses Simon, and 20 other players for this month's home and away 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying battle with the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. Wing backs Olaoluwa Aino and Bruno Onyemaechi are included, as well as goalkeepers Stanley Nwambali and Maduka Okoye, defenders Oluwashemilogo Ajayi and Calvin Bassey, midfielders Wilfred Ndidi, Raphael Onyedika and Alex Iwobi, and forwards Taiwo Awoniyi, Victor Boniface and Samuel Chukwueze. Reigning African Player of the Year, Victor Osimhen, is excluded on grounds of injury, just as South Africa-based centre-back Olisa Nda, but defender Bright Osai Samuel makes his way back after missing the duels with Benin Republic and Rwanda last month. Chidera Ejuke returns to the fold. Veteran forward Kelechi Iheanacho is also listed, as well as midfielders Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Halassan Yusuf Abdullahi, and Frank Oyenka. The Super Eagles will host the Mediterranean Knights at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in New York on Friday, 11th October, before flying to Benghazi to take on the Knights at the Matthias of Benina Stadium, 19 kilometers away from Benghazi on Tuesday, 15th October. All the players are expected to report in New York on Monday, 7th October. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can also follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Governors of Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, and Ekiti states, party stalwarts, leaders, and other stakeholders converge on Lagos for the 2024 All Progressives Congress APC Southwest Assembly. President Bola Tinubu has announced that his administration will prioritize the welfare of teachers. We also tell you that several migrants, including a child, have died while attempting to cross the English Channel. And in sports, Super Eagles head coach Austin Egbavon has called Captain Williams Troost Ekong, forward Ademola Lookman, winger Moses Simon, and 20 other players for this month's home and away 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying battle with the Mediterranean Knights of Libya. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.